Will, Ryan, I wanted to say real quick that I love your content. Keyframe and AOI have heard this from me, but you guys help me when I'm feeling down, whether I'm watching a stream or listening to some quality DAGames music. It always helps me out. Thanks a bunch. That was so...
Thanks, Dad.
This was far too this was far too heartfelt. We need to move on quickly, and in this sense, hello and welcome to the AWKWARDCast. AOI and Keyframe wonder about random dribble. And today with us, the one, the only, the Will Ryan from DAGames. Hello and welcome to the show. So
this is awkward.
Absolutely. Oh, and the show is over. This is the signal. The post show is starting. No.
Will, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Who are you?
I am a channel.
I am a channel.
Person with, I don't know how many subs. I make music and video game stuff, and I do cartoons and voices, and all that jazz.
Which is actually something I was wondering about. So, would you describe yourself as a gaming musician or as a musicating gamer?
The second one, actually. Because, I mean, with music, I always start with an original piece, regardless. So it's always something that is on the side. And then I end up going into, like, oh, it might match a video game or something. So then I'll do that. And on the side, I just, I've been playing Bayonetta constantly right now. Because it's my muse, my flame. So, like, I've been playing a lot of video games on the side. But I don't immediately go, oh, this is a video game. I'll make a song about it. I usually have something on the side prepared for something in the future.
Okay, so I was actually expecting that you would more lean towards the gaming musician.
Well, that shows how much you know about Will Ryan.
Obviously. I mean, I'm lacking the inside views that you guys have, because are you in any way connected, I wonder? Not that we talked about this a million times before.
He is my father. Can't you tell by our hair?
Oh my God, this makes more sense than I was expecting.
Wait, this is probably a bad question for a dad to ask. How old are you?
Father? I'm 41, first of all. Second of all,
which probably is
when you were like 6.
Which is probably a perfect segue in, hey Keyframe, did anything whatsoever interesting happen in your life over the last 2 weeks since the last AWKWARDcast?
No.
Nothing.
No, let's see, because we have 2 weeks to cover. You may be noticing my quality is slightly more adequate, and that is because I have a new computer system.
You're finally playing with the big kids. I'm so proud of you.
This boy over here and our plant boy, Sean, was like, Chrissy, you need to stop working on a dinosaur. It's starting to be a problem. And because my previous computer was like 15 years old. So they got me this new computer. And it's insanely good, and I love it. And the keyboard, oh man, I can't put it, but the keyboard is rainbow. It is lighting up rainbow, and it's totally just for aesthetics, but it looks super cool. And I
noticed when you like booted up your computer and had everything sorted, you're just like, I just noticed in Discord, just under it, playing Heroes of the Storm constantly. I was like, yeah, that's good. See if we can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, this computer is super awesome, so I've had that. And then Oblivion and his lovely wife gave me a Wacom Intuos tablet, so everything is updated. But besides that, moving on a week to why we weren't here last week, it was my birthday!
Yay! Yay! This one is finally allowed to legally get drunk in America. She doesn't.
Oh my goodness, that's true.
Do this without worrying about the police, but I'm not going to on stream because
we still have to worry about Twitch being stuck up. But
I drink on Twitch. I drink on Twitch, and I'm partnered.
Well, they like you. We're nobodies.
I mean, in theory, I believe I fulfill all the necessary things for being affiliate, but so far I haven't really bothered with it.
But yeah, so it was my birthday, and for my birthday weekend, I had Will Snyder, Katie, and this guy who flew all the way down to my to little California to celebrate my birthday weekend. Friday, everyone came in. He was jet lagged as hell. I was tired because I was in the car all day. We had Italian food, and then we all fell asleep. And then we went to Universal on Saturday, which was actually pretty fun. We went to Harry Potter Land or Harry Potter World or whatever, and everything was super cool. And then it started to pour rain.
Oh,
great. No. But luckily we were mostly done with the park by the time the rain was there. And the funniest part was being in the line for the Simpsons ride and trying to decipher when we were actually under an awning and when we needed the umbrella, and just be like,
that ride is amazeballs.
Oh yeah, the Simpsons ride is awesome. The moment where you go inside Maggie's mouth, though, I could hear both Kiki and Mac.
It was like little.
No!
Yes, you get. It was.
Too. So like they spray like a scent of baby powder, so it's like
But it basically was just we didn't have glasses on, did we? It was just a curved screen, a giant curved screen. But it worked very efficiently as 3D-esque.
Yeah, it was essentially like just a higher res thing of the Harry Potter ride, which was also a great ride. And then then the next day we went to California Adventure, which is also super fun. We went on the Guardians ride and dabbed in the picture.
I'm trying to find it. Is it on Twitter? Is it on Twitter or only on Facebook?
It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yes. Okay.
But yeah.
Behold.
Will, it looks less like you're dabbing, more like you're censoring your eyes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And now Twitter is exploding, and you're gonna retweet all the screenshots, and everyone's dashes are dead. But yeah, we went on the Guardians ride and everything. We did our tradition of going on the Grizzly River Rapids at night, which Max always says, how do you convince me to do that every time? But it was super cool, and there was like a swing jazz band that was playing where we were having dinner, and they were playing some of my favorite songs, and it was nice. And then there was World of Color, which, by the way, the Christmas version of World of Color is so much better than the normal one.
Agreed.
Agreed. Then my actual birthday, Monday, we had my sister Lauren join us, and that was great. We went on Space Mountain first, and that was a really smart idea because by the time the park closed, because me and Max stayed till closing, everyone else went home. It still had a 55-minute wait at closing time. It was insane. But we went on all the rides except for Splash Mountain because that was closed for refurbishment. Fuck you, Disneyland.
The one big one I missed out on.
I know, but it was so... we went on Big Thunder Mountain at night, which is so cool because they add new things when you ride it at night. And then there was Fantasmic, which was awesome. But they didn't have fireworks because there was a slight drizzle, which, yeah, that makes sense.
I found... yeah, can I... Wait, Can I open the picture in a new... I'm trying to only show the picture. Okay, so Katie's name is away. So here, now you can explain with visuals.
Yeah, Fantasmic, like the dragon and fire and all that stuff, and Space Mountain.
And look on the in the red column in the middle row, the little birthday girl with a cake.
Yeah, so we went to Jazz Kitchen where I had my first legal cocktails, and they give you free beignets for your birthday, but I ordered also Banana Foster, and the food was so fucking good. And then Tuesday we just kind of we chilled, and we went to go see Jumanji and Coco again because I wanted to see Coco in a really good movie theater because the movie theater I went to see it at MagFest wasn't really that good, but seeing it on a really nice big screen was like so beautiful. And
but
surprisingly enough, everyone else who was in the theater for Coco were like elderly people, so but I don't know why.
The
fun
fun
that demographic, I guess. I think they saw skeletons and thought, I'm familiar with that. And then
I better get used to it while I still have a little bit of preparation time left. But yeah, it was basically three other, like we had the couple in front of us left, the couple in front of us right, both elderly couples, and we had the two young, okay, from my point of view, young people, from yours, probably even old people, I don't know, young guys with their babies, two dudes sitting in the back. So, or was one of the dudes a girl? Then in this case, they were a couple too.
They
were all around demographic. That sounds like Disney, to be fair.
That's true. We get a lot of people watching at Disney and noticed how off-putting, in a funny way, the really stone-faced people with the hats and the makeup
Just picture the stoners watching these movies.
Not just stoners, just like
skeleton just talk.
Dude. How does a skeleton die?
I like the dog. This dog is my spirit animal.
Oh my god, it's finally starting to hit. He's turning multicolored.
I wish I could wrap my tongue about my mother.
Oh, you dirty furry. But like,
oh, I just broke Will.
Stoners just white it out right now.
Okay.
Like, you can do that?
But no, just watching people, like when we're eating lunch and stuff, looking around, and there's like these parrots and stuff that just look like they don't want to be there, but they have like the Mickey Mouse ears on or like a Pluto shirt, and it's just like, why are you here? You look so miserable.
Because they needed to be in the happiest place on earth. But yeah, I guess I take over.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So yeah, as Keyframe mentioned, we also saw Jumanji. I talked about it on the show here, so it's not my media for today. But I was like, because I was such a big promoter of, oh, Jumanji is actually good, I dare to say, better than the original, where the people already got the pitchforks out and everything. So I pitched to Keyframe and the Wilstonator, who was still with us on Wednesday, like, hey, why not see Jumanji? I have only seen it in German so far, and I would like to see it in English, because this time my family cannot force me to watch it in German.
God, Mom!
Yeah,
I want to watch it in the proper language.
But yeah, I was literally seeing it with my mom and my dad and my sister at Christmas. But yeah, so I dragged those two into the movie, who were a little bit skeptical and had nothing but my words that it is a great movie. And I was very, very happy that throughout the movie, from first the Wilstonator being very like, in the very beginning of the movie, to completely not waking up about
Loving it?
Yeah, but turning around, loving it, and actually coming out of the movie, and he was like, "Wow, this was a great movie. This was fun." And even he said it might just be better than the original.
It was less that he didn't like the movie at first. It was more like he didn't like Bethany until she turned into Jack Black.
And then he was like, wow, Bethany turns into the best character throughout the movie.
Is it just me, or do I imagine, like, when you see remake movies, they should have, like, pitchforks outside the cinema thing, just in case anybody is like, wow, that was a great movie. Hey!
There's actually a great story like that, at least with the pitchforks thing. We went to see Justice League one time, and there was a guy. We were talking in our group about that the movie wasn't that good. And then a guy who's by the bathroom as we're walking out is yelling at us, calling assholes because we didn't have the same opinion as him.
Yeah, I heard this at MagFest, I think, actually.
Yeah, I told you this story.
Yeah, that was.
We did have.
Asshole.
The guy returned. Sir, are you saying that we're bad people because we didn't like a movie you liked? Yes.
I actually got him to make this statement. Like, no, he actually made the statement by himself, and I turned to him and was like, "You literally just said." Because we have a different opinion than yours, we are idiots. Opinion, really? That's your point. This was one fun experience. Not for everybody, but yeah.
For the one witnessing it, looking very, because I was not in the fray. I saw stuff going on, and I just kind of backed away to the cocoa marquee and just watched from the distance. I was a bystander.
But but it was even the same cinema we watched the new 2 movies in. It was also in Downtown Disney. But yeah, we also did one other pretty amazing thing last week. Also this one and me on the chill day, after already traumatizing our feet with 3 days of amusement parks. Guys, PSA right now, 3 days of amusement parks, they might sound like a fun idea, and they are fun by itself, but your feet, if you're not used to walking and standing around for 3 entire days, don't do it. On the 3rd day, on the end of the 2nd day, I already had like, not blisters or something, my feet just felt like they were squeezed in a flat surface, and it just hurt to stand. In general,
This sound like every Apple iPhone release, like
pretty much. But for 3 days,
outside the Apple store, it's just like it's gonna be worth it,
but
and then they
for
break it.
3 days, Will. For 3 days.
You are a baby.
Oh,
I didn't feel any pain in my feet after 3 days.
Yeah. First of all,
You told me you got some therapy for those feet afterward.
your workout also includes a lot of walking and running and stuff. And you are the youngest of the group. Of course, you had more endurance than us.
Oh.
I mean, come on, Will and Katie getting married this year. How much older can you be?
Yeah, but I don't know.
But yeah, one thing despite hurting feet, was amazing to do.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know, and I even have a picture.
Uh-oh.
We went to, what was it called? I've always forget.
It was One Step Beyond. It was a virtual reality thing in downtown Disney.
Yeah, Step Beyond Reality.
Ah.
A virtual reality thing, and yeah, you get the headset like you know it with VR thingies, but it doesn't stop there. You also get a giant ass backpack, and you don't have your square in your living room in which you barely move around, and then you have a controller where you either with control sticks move yourself, or you do I move one square, click, I move one square, click. No. You literally move around with this thing.
Oh, those are the things that virtual reality is lacking.
Maybe I can give you a nerdgasm completely. How do you feel about Star Wars?
I love Star Wars.
You are a rebel.
You essentially become two rebel spies.
You are rebel
trying
spies.
to get information about each lightsaber.
You have a full body makeover. You see yourself in a stormtrooper outfit when you look down. You see your partner in a stormtrooper outfit. You can be a stormtrooper doing the devil sign, what I totally did not do. And so then
guilty pleasure there.
So then you sit in a spaceship, you feel the vibrations going on in your seat until the spaceship docks. You stand up and you go out through the door into a lava planet.
And you feel the heat of the lava.
Yes, you feel the heat of the lava. Then you get into fights, because what is Star Wars without a little bit of shooty? But it was a stealth mission, so you
guns.
you don't have a gun. It's a stealth mission, so you don't have a gun. So you go in another room where there is a rack on the wall where you see guns in the VR, and you pick the guns up within the VR, and you have physical guns in your hands.
God. Just imagine in the future.
And when there's other stormtroopers and you're shooting them and they shoot back, you feel, if you get shot, you feel little vibrations in your vest, like you're actually getting shot.
And
just
then
imagine the future. That's Battlefront.
I don't think that Battlefront.
Online.
I don't think that Battlefront can do what this game did. So near the end of the simulation, you get faced off against a certain foe. You shoot your petty little guns at him, and he just reflects all the shots back to you while a bridge is slowly crossing the path to you. And you see a 6-foot-tall Darth Vader coming next to you.
Did you put a pillow over your crotch or something?
No.
Oh.
I put pizza over my crotch.
Oh, okay. But no,
I was moving backwards against the wall when Darth Vader just came closer and closer, and you could do nothing because he just reflected all the shots and everything.
Yeah, but the funniest part about this is that we heard something, we saw the ancient lightsaber just over to
into a dark corridor. And
then Max's first instinct is to shoot the corridor.
Once, because I knew what was in there, I shoot the corridor and I see the reflection of the shot and the lightsaber and the dark silhouette, and I'm like, fuck!
So my natural response was pew 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 pew.
And I'm like, who is shooting him? Stop shooting him! You deflect the shots!
Oh,
amazing. So
if anyone ever goes to downtown Disney, One Step Beyond Reality, it's $32 per person after taxes, but it's so fucking worth it.
Yes. I came out of there and I knew when I ever make my way to California again, I will play it again. It doesn't matter that I already played it. It's this is a true immersive experience.
I'm going there in April because I'm off to Arizona for a bit and then going to California. I need to check that out.
It's super fun.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yes, and they are planning to make other right now they only have the Star Wars one, but they're planning to do other ones. And I was like, imagine a Marvel something or other, like where you get to it's the future. It's the future. It's one step beyond. But
dudes, your jobs were to get me to nerdgasm, and you just did. So
there's more than cheese on your crotch right now, I can tell. But speaking of which, how was your week, Will?
Oh, my week? What is a week?
In general, what happened? What's going on in your life you feel like talking about, good as well as bad?
Okay. So I made a lot more music than I thought I would. I don't know. I just ended up like focusing on my original album a bit. I'm procrastinating getting a load of like special edition video games. I got Bayonetta 1 and 2 for special edition and Shadow of the Colossus. So I've been like super enjoying those. This weekend I went to Alton Towers. It's a theme park over here. If anybody's not from England and doesn't know about it, it's owned by Merlin Attractions. And unfortunately, there's also something else that's happening in England, which happened a bit ago, but it's a miniature version of it called The Beast from the East, which is essentially a giant blizzard from the eastern side of the world, which came and affected England and also affected my experience at Alton Towers because all the rides were closed. And we were like cooped up in a hotel room for like 2 days. Just like, it wasn't too bad because, have you ever heard of Peter Rabbit?
Yes.
Essentially, the hotel rooms are custom made and designed to be like atmospheres for the characters. And we had a Peter the Rabbit room where it's like had a giant tree in it, which was attached to the wall, and then branches went around the ceiling. If you turn off the lights, it had like glow in the dark stars. And when you get grainy vision, when you've had so much light consumed you and then you go dark, the grain in your eyes sort of simulates that the stars are twinkling. So it was pretty nice. Then, I mean, on my side of the bed, there was a judgmental Peter Rabbit just looking down like, don't you fap, this is a children's room.
Felt like home, didn't it?
Oh, it did. Something looking at me.
Judgmentally.
No, during that, I ended up coming back home. I've been EQing a ton of original songs that haven't been announced yet, so I've just been binging those, playing loads of video games. Installed, uninstalled, installed, and uninstalled just recently Discord, because social media, if anybody follows me a lot, I'm very bipolar on social media. So one moment I'll be like super sporadic happy, and then 1 minute I'm depressed as hell, which resorted me to remove Discord for a fair while. But I'm on Twitter and Facebook Messenger and all that stuff, so I've got sanity at least. I got my mom, and my daughter, who is like, my daughter's apparently watching a lot more of my songs recently. So this is insane to think about. Now I'm back, and I'm just focusing on Let's Plays. I've auditioned for a bunch of voice acting roles. Met some new people, some awesome new friends lately, and we've like sort of planned out this entire year so that I'll be going to because I'm going to a convention at the end of March. We're going to be meeting up there, and then there's like Blackpool, which is another attraction-based place like Pleasure Beach. It's going to be freaking amazing balls.
Fingers crossed no storms happen.
Oh yeah, just hoping. It is by the coast, but it's on the west side. So here's hoping it doesn't actually come again. It'll be spring by the time that happens, and I'll be devastated if England, because I mean this is England. It's horrible weather regardless. It's random and very sporadic. So I'd be disappointed if in April that actually happens. Yeah.
The one time I visit England in July, it's going to be snowing.
I just see somebody say, wait, you made new friends but are still here? All right. Yes, because I keep my cool friends here. I still keep them. I need to distance from Discord. Because if anybody knows, at least the friend server, it does get a bit dramatic. So I've had to like leave there for a bit and then just like venture other places. But I'm doing all right regardless, so it's all good. Other than that, that's pretty much my week sorted. Onwards with the next one, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess I'll do my media. We'll just go in a nice little triangular circle.
Okay, should I guess... I guess you guys don't really need to hear it. Or I can share my inline sound so you guys can hear it too.
You can. So, my media. I follow this animation studio called Studio Yada, which is this amazing internet-based animation studio that focuses on 2D animation. People usually know them for doing work for Starbomb or some of the OKKO shorts. But recently, which is their most ambitious project, they did something with Adult Swim and Rick and Morty for a music video called Oh Mama from the rap group Run the Jewels. And I was watching this video, and if this is because Rick and Morty Season 4 has not been announced yet or greenlit, so if this is the last Rick and Morty thing we ever get, I'm very happy.
Not even greenlit?
Not yet. Dan Harmon says it hasn't gotten greenlit.
Huh.
But yeah, this is some of the... I absolutely love all the colors and everything. Once they actually start shooting their guns, you'll see what I mean. It's... Especially for a very puppet-based show, to see all this frame-by-frame stuff for Rick and Morty of all things, it's very cool looking. Has a very Hotline Miami-ish feeling to it, and I've been looking at all the animators who worked on this have been putting up their like cleanup animations and rough animations of what they did, and it really gives you a huge scope of how many people it takes. 79 animators from around the world made this animation.
Wow.
And from stuff from cleanup animation, rough animation, compositing, making a 3D model of the vortex. There's a shot that's going to be coming up that is one of my favorite shots where every frame is actually just a hand-painted digital painting. And it looks fucking baller. It will come up soon, but I love Adult Swim has questionable content in what they greenlit and stuff, but what I love is the experimental stuff they do with animation. Because when you see their bumpers and everything, oh yeah, this is the shot. It's yeah. So
colors, holy Jesus!
I know, right? It's just and you had people like Chris O'Neill or Oni NG from Oni Plays and stuff. He helped work on some of the compositing for all this stuff, and
my God.
And Jackstamoto and a bunch of internet animators that you probably know worked on this, and I love it so much. And it just shows that the visual design for Rick and Morty, even though some people don't like it, when you put it with great animation, it looks really, really damn good.
Oh my God, it really does. I'm just seeing this. It's like amazing.
Yeah, so it's on Adult Swim's YouTube channel.
Link,
watch it.
Yeah, I'll put the link down in the description on YouTube later on, obviously.
Yeah, watch it. Then go to Studio Yada's Twitter, and they retweet all the people who work on it. Just support it, because this is how internet animation is going to come back, in the way of having this studio that is made by people who were essentially the founders of internet animation and trying to make them bigger things. Because having a studio that has worked with Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and a bunch of independent things as well, work on something like this is actually pretty amazing, and it's essentially an in-house project. So I absolutely love it. It's the future. Go watch it. I love Studio Yada.
I'm definitely watching this.
Yeah, the music's pretty good too, and I'm not a huge fan of this kind of rap music, so. But yeah,
wow.
So that was my media.
And it was perfectly timed with the length of the music video itself. Bravo for that. Bravo.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, which direction? There's outside. Always to the outside.
Yeah, triple jab.
Oh yeah.
So many people will hate us for this.
No, they already do.
I know, I love it.
I flooded Twitter with dabs, so I mean, I'm a prime testament to hate right now.
The DA stands for Dab.
Dab Armada.
Dab Armada. While you say your media, I will be right back.
Okie dokie. So, Will, I see you're still busy with the pizza, so should I go first, or do you want to present?
Sure, fire away if you must.
Oh, thankfully I have a nice spot I can fill in now. Flop. Oh, no, this was the wrong one, sorry. So, mine that might actually have already gotten a little bit of attention recently, probably the same way how I discovered it, is this series or channel called Petscope. It's a let's play. I mean, I can totally give away. I guess I first explain. So Petscope is it's a let's play on YouTube of a game, the game is called Petscope, and the let's play also.
Petscope.
Yes, and the let's play and the series and the channel, everything is just called Petscope. And the thing is, it's a Petscope of a seemingly unfinished PlayStation game in some kind of beta status, maybe even alpha. It's hard to say. The first video basically starts out with the player, Paul, to address some previous discussion he had with a friend, to this point still unidentified, unnamed. I'm not sure if he ever will be revealed. To a friend he apparently talked about this game he has been sent to with a little note, and he started playing it and showed basically, he recorded his play for a friend and put it on YouTube to show it to him. And while he does his let's play, he discovers, oh wait, there is an entire secret section that he was not aware of earlier.
A new maker plane. It's called the New Maker Plane.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been following Petscope actually before MatPat did game theories
before
on
it became cool.
Yes.
You are a Petscope hipster.
I love internet horror and creepypasta stuff. So this is my bread and butter.
Yeah, I can assume that it is was circulating in the creepypasta circles before it became mainstream. But yeah, me being not personally into creepypasta, not because I'm against it, but it simply never clicked with me. I only became aware of it due to MatPat talking about it. But even when he did his first video, I didn't instantly check it out because I'm not even sure if I realized that it is not a real Let's Play of a real game, but a fake series. So yeah, it's a fake series of a Let's Play. From what you see in the game, I have the feeling that this is not a long animation, that they actually went there and took assets of some kind of video game maker and literally created those fake environments and had an actual avatar running around in a game. It feels like a real game. I would say nowadays, with the assets available on the internet, it's easier to create this fake game as a stage than actually animating all this originally. I
mean, it's essentially just you take Ben Drowned, which was the first big example of modding a game to actually have quote unquote proof, making quotation marks of a haunted game, and just making a full-on game instead of making it my video game cartridge is haunted.
Yep, too loud.
But yeah, Game Theory has made 3 videos on it so far.
By now? Yeah, and
by now.
So, but only this week, because Game Theory unleashed their third video of it. Only this week I finally got there and watched it. Like in the entirety, the Petscope series, as well as I started to watch some other analysis videos about it. So there you see they even came up with a fake company that is has allegedly created it, and you see it looks like a real game. And what I personally would recommend for everybody of you watching, if you have not been in contact with Petscope yet, go there. I put the link to the entire Let's Play series or the channel in the description down below. Before you check out any series, anything, watch it. Watch it first by yourself. I robbed myself of this experience because I first checked out MadPat's analysis videos or theory videos on his channel before checking out the game for myself. So if you have not heard of it, go there, watch the series by yourself, check it out, and experience how the story and everything and the mystery unfolds yourself instead of having some smartass on the internet tell you what they think happens. That's all I can highly recommend. As I said, I personally screwed myself over by listening to the smartass first. But yeah, I envy everybody who can experience it for the first time by themselves, and that's why I will not talk any more about it than just recommending, yeah, check it out. It's an interesting experience for at the least.
After you're done watching the Petscope videos, the 2 links I put in the chat, if you don't want to, because MadPat made okay theories, but my 2 personal favorites when it comes to people analyzing the games are one by Pyrocynical, which was the first analysis video I watched before seeing MadPat's, and a channel that I really like called Nick Nocturne or Nightmind, and he did an analysis on it, and they're both really good. So there you go.
Damn.
Good is good.
Actually, looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's like an unfinished PlayStation 1 game, sort of.
It pretends to be, but it's also haunted.
I love those kind of games.
But yeah, the sad truth for you is you will not be able to play it yourself. You can just watch this Let's Play of somebody else.
Oh, it's fine. No, don't worry about it.
So, but yes, this was my media. So, Will, what have you brought us this beautiful day?
Three sort of things, and they sort of relate to the original album that I'm working on.
Yep.
Basically, there's one of the pictures. Basically, I haven't announced this song yet, so this is kind of like the first time it's ever going out there.
Exclusive.
But the song is called "Why Do We Hold?" And basically, the idea of this, because I'm following like this current phase at the moment in my life. Heart of an Artist, the whole album that the thing is centered on, is a story of my life, essentially, my diary, put down on songs instead of like just writing it down on books, etc. And right now in my life, I found not love in what you think, not like the platonic sort of man and woman love each other, etc., but like a love and passion projects, etc. I've sort of gotten back into the spirit of things, and I found like a bunch of new friends in life, which is super amazing. And this song sort of like, no matter the storm, no matter the wind, there's like, this is the things that I would go through. Why would I hold on to that love, etc.? Why would I do it? So that through all that pain that I went through, I can still see their faces again. So that's the first song, Why Do We Hold? But the one after that is called Lost Now Found. That the song hasn't like surfaced on the internet ever, but people know that is an album cover that I'm working on, Lost Now Found, and that one is the song before Why Do We Hold. It's like I was lost for a bit on where I could go in all these negative strides, but no matter where you are in those negative strides, there is something that will eventually find you. So that's another one of those. And if you notice, yes, that is my iris. I didn't go on Google search this time and search for a random human eye.
You have an actual heart-shaped iris?
Oh yeah. Oh, the heart inside the iris is. Well, it's a sort of I've used the eye symbol in a lot of my album covers back in the day. I used to have a band called Onyx Colony, who used to use like the eyes as a symbol, and the metaphor was the eye of the beholder. So like whoever, like if you've ever heard that phrase before, it's like whatever you interpret is like you behold this stuff, and there we go. In this one in particular, this is the the album cover for Heart of an Artist. It's like the whole iris like zoomed out, etc. And in the iris, what I did was I added like a picture of the Milky Way, just a random space galaxy, particle effects, and then a heart inside it. So like essentially that the eye of the beholder is seeing the heart of an artist in this. So like it's not just in the mind, it's not just in the heart, it's what you see as well. Like, and some things are not visible on the outside world. Some of the best powers, in fact I learned this from strangely enough Lego Ninjago, the movie, but the idea of it being essentially
keyframe camera.
I had something with it, but yeah, it's like some of the best powers in life are things that you can't see. So like in this case, I don't think anybody's really looking at a heart in real life unless they're like some sort of surgeon, some shit like that. But in this case, this is a metaphor to represent it all. And then the third piece is why do we hold? It's the MP3 file that I've got. Essentially, it's like I've got 3 minutes worth of the song finished, but for this case, all it really takes is like going to the first chorus, and that's it. So like,
I'm not sure how well it is understandable.
I hear guitars.
let's go back to the time.
It will be so funny if I get problem with Twitch for playing it, while the artist himself is here. I guess you said only first chorus. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah. For now, anyway, yeah, because essentially it goes on to like a loop cycle. What I do with my songs is like I like to make a base value at like 3 minutes until I like go on to the next bit and think of something else. It usually sounds very different afterwards. But I like to like loop the vocals as well, just so I can get a good feel of how I want to do the next bit. That's how I always do with like songwriting and stuff. So yeah, that was Why Do We Hold, which, you know what, like, beforehand, I was playing Shadow of the Colossus, and I'm like, oh, that might be a song for Shadow of Colossus. But then I ended up changing it swiftly to original regardless. So, yeah, that's my media.
Yay! Now I need to find... Ha! My face is back.
We get to the most questions we've gotten for a single awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, my dude.
This will be quite something to get through.
But let's start with some of our mainstays. Mr. Enigma Prince asked, if there's only one song, and only one song, that you would have as background music for your entire life, which song would it be and how would it affect your lifestyle in any form or fashion? Kino musicals or Hamilton songs? Too easy for you to make a choice on. Ha! But you did say Beatles!
Ah, damn it! That's Enigma! How could you overlook this loophole?
I have to think about that though, because
I guess
theme songs for TV shows count as musicals.
Nah, but
okay, then I know what I'm going to make my theme song. Hold on, I'm going to look it up.
A theme song would be absolutely fine, I say. I mean, I actually have an idea, and usually you best go with the spontaneous idea you have. It is probably an idea that I would regret after 2 or 3 days and go completely custom. But for now, my spontaneous idea would be Walking on Sunshine.
Because that sounds like, I just imagine this really miserable you while the song is playing.
No, that's the thing. Back in the day, I was when this song came in the club, I was like,
why would anyone be playing this song in a club?
I had a really cool club and I was dancing like a madman to it. Fun fact, it was an alternative club. So this played between Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach, played Walking on Sunshine. I loved this club. This was back in my old town. And yeah, this song, first of all, when they played in the club, I was like, what? Loving it. And even at home sometimes, when I was feeling down, I actually just played the song because it was my happy song. And I don't know. Why not wish for yourself to be happy? So yeah, I would play this for the rest of my life every day. And I mean, how would it affect me? Possibility one, I would be a lot happier and positive person. Possibility number two, I would go insane after 24 hours and go on a killing spree. You guys got to choose.
I'm walking on sunshine.
I'm walking on sunshine. So yeah, what about you guys?
I would the Me Plaza music.
That's actually not bad. Like
this is actually a
it would probably affect my life very peacefully, I guess. But it'd be funny because even in the most angry moments, that you just picture that music in the background, it still kind of fits in a very goofy manner.
It's like the Curb Your Own Enthusiasm theme.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like even if you got an A+ in your test, boom, boom, boom.
This is my theme song in that this is what I hear in my head every day. It can only be understood if you play it.
Oh wait, you put it there. Okay. Oh god. I probably also should make it visible, right?
Yes.
So,
this is not a Beatles song,
yes.
People. I tried to be original and pick something different.
So, I replace myself with it, and here it goes. Oh. Oh. Oh no, it's muted. It's too early to end the show, but I just want to point out this was awkward.
I mean, if you know me at this point. The smile on your face. Come on. How would this affect my life?
Yes.
Not any different than it is now. I mean, the thing is, I'm constantly humming the Dog of Wisdom video of like, because it's such a, if anyone knows what the Dog of Wisdom is, where it's like, ha, 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 ha. It has kind of a rhythm. Yeah, it has kind of a rhythm to it that you're just like, it's not music, but it's a very soothing thing of just nonsense noise. And I mean, that's why the Wee Plaza music and the Curb Your Own Enthusiasm thing, it's just so like, boom, 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 boom. So that or anything from the Kirby soundtracks, I would probably have as my background music in life.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Kirby soundtracks. But Enigma, I picked a question from you. Now I can't pick any more because we actually have other people.
Yes. But yeah.
But our other things stay. Denim asked a question. So she asks, if there's one video game you've played that you could redesign in some way, which would it be and what would you do?
I have a very easy and quick answer, so I can go first to give you guys ideas to think. Simple. Mass Effect 3 with a proper ending. I loved Mass Effect. Part 1, I played it. Part 2, I was like, wow, so much stuff repeating, so much recurring. And then Mass Effect 3 with a big, infamously bad ending where the game series that was based on the premise that all your decisions matter in the end, mattered not at all in the end because it all funneled back down to a pick one of three colors. They did a kind of a fix with this update where they included a little slideshow in the end which showed what actually final fate happened. So they actually included one version where all your previous decisions mattered in one way or another. But yeah, I loved this series to bit. Then this ending came and I played it completely as Paragon from the beginning to the end, and I was always like, yeah, I started over. And the next time came out, I started over, and this time I will go totally renegade. to this day, I have never touched those games again because this ending, like, into a balloon, poof, there went my enthusiasm for the game, as sad as it is.
Here you go. That's how you fix Mass Effect 3's ending.
Now I have to overlay myself again.
This is just my scheme, so I stop being on screen.
I should start replacing you with it.
Oh.
Oh.
But I'm the pretty one here, so.
So Shepard beats the Reapers, and his next challenge is to cater a party for all his friends. In an inner struggle, he has to pick which color soda he wants to cater to the party. If he picks the wrong one, Garrus could die, and maybe Tally, because they can't drink it. Also, the space slingshots explode, and the Krogans.
Shepard, my quad.
Sounds appropriate.
Mass Effect 3.
Sounds completely appropriate.
Loud credit music. But, okay, Will, if you had a game that you could redesign?
Roblox, so I can actually make it good. That's it.
Make it good.
I don't know. RuneScape, actually. Because back then, RuneScape, as of how it was back then, web development was fairly difficult to do, especially for Java website running games. Like when you run PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2 games, there's code for it, but RuneScape ran off web code. But these days, now we have the implementation of like HTML5, we have C#, C++, we have all these different servers. I know RuneScape is getting better, but I would design it so it's not just like bird's eye view. You'd actually have like third person or first person perspectives. You could actually like make a proper web development experience out of it. I think a lot more people would actually enjoy it if it looked, I know it doesn't want to look too much like World of Warcraft. By the way, I've been playing that a hell of a lot lately. I only just got back into it, which kind of made me think of which made me think about all the nostalgic games I used to play in the past. It's either that or Harry Potter. Because I'd remove a lot more of the polygons, so we'd get better memes. That's about it.
Keyframe.
Yeah. Two. One. Honeycam Studio, so it's not an awful game.
I'm not sure if Honeycam Studio can be saved.
I would make it an actual like roller coaster tycoon game. I would just change it so it's not a fucking cookie clicker, except with prostitutes.
And remove it.
I remember I was getting so hyped for that game as well. Like the first one, Honey Pop.
It was so great. I loved it.
If anybody knows my channel, like when I let's play Honey Pop or Honeycam Studio, I do a drinking game with it.
Oh boy.
And I didn't get to drink that much with Honeycam Studio. I just had to make random rules because it was essentially, as Keith says, it was just a
character talks at all. Take a sip.
There's really much you could do, and it was a lot of grinding just to get a really bad grade.
Yeah.
So it was like, but they're making Honey Pop 2, so that'll be.
I hope that they put as much soul and creativity and tongue-in-cheek love for the franchise into it, like with Honey Pop, because Honey Pop.
I hope that they have open auditions for the girl, and I would audition to be in Honey Pop 2.
And I hope it doesn't get banned on Twitch.
It will.
They allow so much on Twitch
nowadays.
They're surpassing a lot of the other games that could be considered bad on Twitch. But why Honey Pop? It's not even that bad. It's censored a lot of the time as well. So like,
have you read some of the titles of banned Twitch games?
Yeah, I have. There was like a whole entire list of that stuff. Apparently,
yes, I just pulled it up. I think one of my favorite was there's one that's called like. Suck My Dick or Die, and The Maiden Rape Assault, Violent Semen Inferno.
Battle Rape.
Battle Rape.
I mean, I can kind of see where this idea is, where the need to censor those came from.
Yeah.
Genital jousting.
Oh God!
I love genital jousting. It's such a fun game. It's just penises attacking each other
and sticking in each other.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Honeycam I would definitely redesign. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, I've had discussions with like Christian and Sean about this. I would change some of the visual design aspects for Five Nights at Freddy's 3 because to me, the fact that it actually, I don't mind the mechanics that they were trying to add, because they always added a new mechanic with each game. Perfectly fine. I would change the visual design, because the thing that made FNAF 1 scary, that made FNAF 2 terrifying, was the juxtaposition of this kiddie place, like a pizzeria, and in FNAF 2 it was even cleaner and nicer and top of the line, not a rundown one. And they completely took that away to make it an actual horror attraction, so you were expected to be in this scary place. That takes away part of the thing that makes FNAF and people's fear of these animatronics scary. And then it kind of just resorted to jump scare. There was no tension. And so I would probably do that. So
I can see kind of why Scott took the route, is because, like, I mean, it's more centered around the story of like Springtrap coming for you, etc. However, they didn't have to put it in a horror attraction. It didn't. I mean, as much as the story behind it is like, oh, a bunch of patrons decided to get these creepy looking things and put it together. As fun as that sounds, they could have just made like a really fun little museum, etc. Like, because at the very end there's like, oh, all our stuff's been donated to an auction, etc. That could have been the auction, because then like you have all these fun, surprising little things. Because I do believe FNAF 3 was the weakest game, but like it could have been so much better if you, as you say, didn't expect to be scared. Instead, just put in like a sense of unease. But I think that's where FNAF 4 picked up. Was like they added the new mechanic of like sound.
Looking behind you.
Yeah, you had to listen to you and look behind. Well, I always wanted to look behind me, so like as soon as he implemented that, I'm like, thank you. But it's also, I mean, with FNAF 4, it relies solely on sound, which if anybody is heard in FNAF 4, when you go up to the door and you hear that
breathing,
deep, bassy breathing, yeah, that's why I mean. Ambience is the thing that gets me scared the most. So FNAF 4 to me was the best game. But yeah, FNAF 3, it felt like there was a lot going on, and it felt like it was annoying at the same time, and you knew when you were going to die, because Springtrap was right there. No matter what, you were just going to die. So it's like...
Yeah, you're just standing in the door like, hey,
whatever, yeah. So, yeah.
But, yeah, so good question. That was a good question.
Okay.
Lulu... Oh, what? Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I wanna ask. Let's try to make it a little bit of a lightning round, because we got and cover as much ground as possible. So Lulu Gray asks, cat or dogs?
Dogs.
Cat.
I'm allergic to cats, so therefore I have to default to dogs. Wiggy Slayer asks, is teleportation really better than flying?
I would rather fly.
Flying's about the experience. Teleportation is just done.
Yeah, it's a practical reason. When you really quickly need to get from point A to point B, obviously teleportation is better because it is a more effective way of traveling. But besides that, yeah, as an experience, I guess flying is better than.
I have one counterpoint to that.
Oh boy.
The fly. I don't want to teleport because for some reason my ions get mixed in with a fucking fly or dust particle and I become a weird monster.
But you get the best of both worlds. You get to teleport and later be able to fly.
I don't want teleportation to randomly calibrate into the clouds and then you're flying anyway. It's like, it might as well just fly. Flying's about the experience as well. Yeah, you get to soar through the clouds and stuff. That'd be fun.
So yeah, I would say it is circumstantial.
Lauren 516 asked, this question might be stupid, but when is your birthday? March 12th. You missed it. You owe me a present.
April 29th.
September 1st.
Good gift. Good question. I was looking at the next question. Chuggle asked, what is the most generic wedding gift? Current best answers are blender, crockpot, rice cooker, and dildo. I never bought anyone a present for a wedding.
Adoption papers.
Oh!
Divorce papers.
A prenup. Money.
Oh yeah, that's actually the ultimate generic.
When they can't decide what to get you, so they just give you.
No,
you get it.
You're on the right path, Keyframe, but you're not thinking.
A gift card.
Amazon credit.
Oh, GameStop credit.
Specifically to Will by Daniel the Donut. On a scale from, I guess we can answer as well, on a scale from paper to Tide Pods, how much of a meme lord are you?
Oh, Pepe, the frog thing, okay.
I Tide Podded overdosed. Is that good enough?
Probably.
I am 3 dabs of a Tide Pod.
I'm still working on making #BlameANY going, so you know how when this finally trends, then you know where I am.
ANY is that person who shares the minion memes on Facebook.
Wait, what?
that you are not a good meme lord. You like those wholesome memes or those rage faces from like 2007.
The burn is real.
Jen Aroruca asked, some person are Spanish talkers, so I dare you to say one word in Spanish.
Cerveza.
Buenos dias, Jen Aroruca.
Señorita.
Gordita Crunch. Luigi Marcus Neo 3000, great name, says, if you were paid $1 million to date one fictional female character, would you do it? If so, who would it be? You don't need to pay me.
I just wanted to. I wanted to say, like, sure, pay me to date a fictional character. I have
to spend all the $1 million on this one date? Is it a honey pop situation where I have to wine and dine them?
I mean, we are talking dating, not marrying or something. So I would. I mean, the list is long. Where do I even start?
I would use the £1 million to genetically transform myself into a mermaid and then date Ariel from Little Mermaid.
My Little Mermaid.
My Little Mermaid.
My Little Mermaid.
The reason being is because there's better happy ever afters in fantasies. So
that's very true.
That's very future-oriented thinking. But be careful there, Will, because first of all, there are the direct-to-DVD sequels.
Yeah, I was going to say sequels.
And also, the moment you and Ariel get children, there's also the very explicit danger that parents in Disney movies usually don't survive very long. They need to die to set the stage for the next generation.
Ariel's the only Disney princess that canonically has a kid, so.
And a father. So, you're probably safe. You're probably safe underwater.
Hey.
Joseph Lunar.
Does it have to be a fictional female character?
Yes.
All right. I would pay. Okay, I'm going to do 2 answers. One human and one not. I guess Brigitte from Overwatch.
Aww.
And then she could make me a cool suit of armor in the meantime too. And the other one is I would use that $1 million to turn myself into the animal kid I truly am and go on a date with Judy.
But why are you all wasting your money on the date itself? You get the money for the date.
I don't want to get convicted for bestiality. This isn't a killing bite scenario where they're still partially human. Judy is a fucking rabbit.
Anthropomorphic bunny, please.
She's still yeah, Robin Hood levels of anthropomorphic. They're still animals too.
But yeah, as much Judy and her hips work, she's this high or something? Like.
That's why I would transform myself into an animal, so I would be of normal height.
Aw, that's very thoughtful. So, Joseph Lunar asks,
Wait, you didn't answer.
What? I have to pick, but I mean, which female what was it, animated? No, fictional. Which female fictional character wouldn't I want to date?
Just pick one.
Tracer. Turn me into a woman for the money. I don't know, but I want to be with this.
That'd be an interesting life.
Out of all the Overwatch girls, you pick Tracer?
Diva is underage.
Yeah, but why not Brigitte?
You already took Brigitte.
No.
I will share Brigitte with you.
Okay, then
Widowmaker's got that French sass, which is like, the dates are French are more romantic. So if it's a date, Widowmaker.
Widowmaker also has
Sombra.
a spine that you can break with a toothpick.
Oh, what about Sombra?
She has the Nicki Minaj ass, so that's another thing.
What Max?
What about Sombra? I mean.
Okay, Sombra.
Sombra.
You know what, Sombra's cool.
Sombra is pretty dateable.
You can play video games with Sombra.
Yeah, she is dateable, so I go with her.
Widow killed her husband. Sweet release then.
Wait, she's married? Damn it.
Okay, so Joseph Lunar asked, would you be okay with people giving you songs to compose if they can't compose them themselves? I mean, you have composed for a few video games before, though.
I have composed a few video games, but they're very professional industries. Otherwise, no. Do it yourselves.
So, okay, this upset Kirby immensely asks, can you answer this one?
Probably.
Yes, and therefore I did.
Chuggle asked, what is a horror movie that actually scares you? Misery by Stephen King. Oh my god, the idea of being kidnapped by someone that adores you, them breaking your legs, and trying to just make you their plaything is absolutely terrifying.
The new Pennywise.
Same for me. I was actually on the edge of my seat with the It movie.
I fucking hate the new It movie because I went to see. No, here's the thing about the It movie. I'm terrified of clowns, so I didn't like it in the first place. Try watching it in the dark with this fucker down here and him grabbing my shoulders and stuff at random moments, and I'm like, and I'm already drunk when I'm watching it, so I'm already kind of like, I'm not even good. I'm vulnerable.
Oh yeah. I just freaked out the moment that that freaking parasite just came out of his mouth, etc. I'm just like, yeah, that's me done. That's me done.
Neon, the cartoon, says, do you mind if other people cover your songs?
No, I don't mind at all. Obviously, like, if you do a good job of it, then awesome. Like, I like it when people like sing my stuff. I don't even sing my own stuff, so that's cool.
What's your favorite cover that someone's done of one of your songs?
Actually, Caleb. It was Jonathan Young, Caleb Hiles, and Adriana who did Gospel of Dismay. Like, they put the whole heart and soul into the video as well, which was like marvelous.
We're almost near the end. Okay, Bahan says, are you going to try out Subnautica since it's fully released?
No.
I will.
Well, I might do, as like a grind, because I used to do something called Subnaughty Sundays. Like, I used to label my names. It's like Manic Monday, Turmoil Tuesday. Subnaughty Sunday might come back. I might do that, because apparently it's like sort of fully released. I still think they're making updates, so can it be really finished? I don't know, but yeah, like I might play it, but it's such a grind, and I'm not good at grinding games. Besides Warcraft, like, you don't have to do much in Warcraft. Just hold down the left and right mouse key, and there you go.
I mean, the question was probably directed to you, but yeah, for me myself, a coworker and friend of mine, Yuri, played it on his channel, and he made a very intriguing sales pitch. So I actually want to pick it up and play it myself one day. But yeah, with having only one let's play day to myself a week, I don't really get anything done.
Oh man.
FNAF Girl 2003 says, what is your favorite game? Mine would have to be, my favorite game of all time will always be Punch-Out. Any of the Punch-Out games.
Ooh, Punch-Out.
All-time favorite game.
Punch-Out was actually one of the first video games I've ever played, and it is one, I actually first played it on an arcade cabinet in a pizzeria in New York. So I played it the old school way, and yeah, nothing has ever beat the Punch-Out franchise for me. I love fighting games, and that was my first fighting game.
Let's see then. Doom, well, the newer Doom, God of War 3, and Kingdom Hearts 1.
I guess I would stick also with the classics, because among the modern games, I love many games, but it would be hard for me to pick a favorite, because it really is like I play one game for a month or two, like completely fanboying out over it, and then I just drop it and move on for no specific reason. But
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley I did very far, but yeah, eventually at the point when it was when you did the majority of the achievements, the other achievements were just madness. Even so, there are still a few story elements left that I could get. As I described earlier, after a few months, poof, the interest is gone, like gone. One a classic that I used to play over and over again that I absolutely loved was Terranigma on the SNES. It was, on a certain level, Secret of Mana had occupied more time of me, but the game mechanics in Terranigma were objectively better. In Secret of Mana, you had to grind like an idiot. You spent like hours in one area which had the right amount of enemies to kill, and you just grinded to level up those spells and those weapons for the next boss. And Terranigma had a lot. You had only one player, and it was more straightforward. You still needed to level up, but it usually was pretty well balanced with where you are in the story, and overall it was such an immersive and amazing game. So I hate that Terranigma was in the very end of the SNES area, so therefore it never got the attention that it deserved.
And now we're at our final question.
Oh, I have two more. You need to reload.
I'm good. Oh, there is. God damn it.
But I guess we can cover. Oh no, the last one actually is none. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reword it so that way we can all answer it. Will, what is your favorite song that you've made? And I guess for me and Max, it's what is our favorite song that you've made? So, what is your favorite song you've made?
It's between Doom 1x1, Undertale's, what was that? Dream On, and oh Jesus, one of the new ones. Actually, Why Do We Halt?
My favorite is a three-way tie between the Breath of the Wild song, the Honey Pop song, specifically the remastered version, because I like the remastered version.
There is a Honey Pop song?
Yeah.
Why haven't I found it yet?
He has a Honey Pop song and a Honey Camp Studio song, and the Honey Camp Studio song is the best thing to come out of the...
Sorry, we need to stop the show now. I need to go to YouTube and watch some videos. Sorry, guys. Was nice seeing you.
And probably When the Lights Go Out. I love When the Lights Go Out.
Oh, yeah. I get that, yeah.
What about you, Gleb?
The problem for me is that as I just have proven, am not too familiar with Will's entire library of songs, so I guess I have to go with, I believe the first Bandy song.
Bill Our
Machine.
Yeah.
It's a fan favorite, absolutely, yeah. That one was made in like 15 hours, and then the lyric video was made in like 12 hours. And it's like the most sporadic thing we ever did, and then I mean, now look at it. It's crazy. Sometimes the most greatest ideas come from spontaneous actions.
No, I would even dare to say not even sometimes. It's like...
Mostly all.
Yeah, when you don't overthink something, then... it often... Or when you not try...
Naturally.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, when you not try too hard to make the next great song, but you just make a song and put passion and fun and whatever in it. Okay, J-Sky Games asked, but I'm not even sure if this is a question you can and want to answer. When do you hope the album Heart of the Artist will be released? I mean, I'm not sure if it is official yet.
Between the second and third quarter of 2018. As of right now, what I'm doing is spamming the Heart of an Artist thing, because thankful, I mean, as harsh as it sounds, with Heart of an Artist, it's written through passion and pain at the same time, because I'm going through a lot of experiences. So, like, I'm writing a bunch of stuff now, which is bad because I'm going through a lot of terrible stuff, but it's content. So I've got like 4 songs left to do for the album, and then as soon as that's done, you guys will get a pre-order release date, and hopefully a physical version. So you never know.
Hey Will.
Yes.
I got some. We have lovely fans. You said you really like that Bayonetta as your muse, right?
Yeah.
Look in the chat.
Oh, let's have a look at this.
Well, let me.
Oh my. Gun heel shoes. Well, this is marvelous.
Let me put this somewhere.
Okay, so I know my costume for Halloween.
Just normal you with gun heels.
If I'm ever at a wedding or something beforehand, and they're doing like the hen nights, etc. for lads, I'll just
look at that pose too. You got.
I got them poses.
You got that. Maybe he's born with it.
I mean, it looks good and interesting, but I have to be. I have to be completely honest at this point. Looking at this image, I feel a little bit awkward.